Hello guys, welcome to another video. In today's tutorial, we're going to introduce you a super awesome project that is called WorldMonitor, which allows you to understand what's going on with the world in real time. And that is basically a global intelligence dashboard similar to Palantir, but it is open source. So you can see the screen. So it provides a globe view of different places around the world, what they are, and you can click around it to see what the details are. And also it provides live news. You can see that there's also different channels for Bloomberg, Sky News, and also the CNBC, CNN. So you can check out the news channel. And also there's AI insights, AI strategic posture, and also there's different news at different places around the world, such as the world news, United States news, Intel feed. There's other things like Europe, Middle East, Africa, Latin America, and energy resources and Asia Pacific, government news, think tank news. There's also different predictions for markets, such as the daily market brief, and also there's markets data. There's energy complex data, the metals and materials are loading, but I think they're still going to show up later. There's a lot of information on this dashboard. You can see there's also AI and ML information, financial information. There's also airline intelligence. So it's very concrete. You can just understand what's going on with the world. I opened this dashboard. Super useful and it's very convenient. And this is actually open source. So in this video, we're going to show you guys how to use it and how to install this step by step. So that being said, let's get started. So if you go to their GitHub repo, you can see there's a offshore website linked on the GitHub repo. If you go to the offshore website, you can just click the launch the dashboard. You should be able to see a dashboard like you just saw, but that was a self-hosted version. So this is offshore one, which you can click to see the offshore hosted WorldMonitor. It's a little bit different. You can see there's a little bit difference between the dashboard layout, but overall it's very similar. So you can also purchase the Pro version, which you can just do an upgrade on the offshore website. So it's very easy. You should have more rich features. You can also see there's also signing for different dashboard, which are, I think these are not available on the free plan, but you can also purchase it to sign in to see the different more premium dashboard. But overall, you can see that without the Pro plan, you can see a lot of rich data, right? So including the metals and materials, energy complex, markets, which we just saw on the self-hosted version. So, and if you want to install it on your virtual machine or on your local machine, you can just go to the quick start section of the GitHub repo, and they do provide a very straightforward installation method. This is actually not exactly the way you can host it locally because there's different steps they didn't mention here. We're going to talk about that later in this video, but this is basically the idea. It is a Node.js application. You can just clone the repo, and you can do an npm install and npm run dev to just spin that locally. There are also different modules you can try out. And they also provide a MCP server, which you can actually integrate to your workflows, integrate to your CLI, integrate to your callout code, all these coding agents. So you can see there's a lot of contributors, a lot of people work on this. So, and it got about 60 or 71.6K stars. Super awesome. So people use it, people really like it. So you can see there's a lot of people already using this and also downloaded it, and also they started. So it's very popular. And so, like I said, if you want to install it locally, there are a few steps you have to follow besides the one that you see in the README. So first one, you have to clone the repo and also do a npm install for the dependencies. And then you have to install the Redis server. So Redis is very important. so that this actually, the backend is going to talk to Redis. So you have to install Redis. If you do not have Redis on local or on your virtual private machine, then you have to install that. This is one way to install it. There's other ways. As long as you have that installed, it should be good to go. And then you have to also config the environment. So you have config the relay share secret and also the Redis password, Redis token, because this is all based on Redis. If you want to try this out, you do not have to install the Redis password, but if you are a production environment, you probably want to configure the Redis password. Also, they do have a Redis proxy, REST service. So it is gonna talk to the Redis local instance. So you do need a Redis proxy setup, and the Redis token is to secure the proxy. Again, if you're on local, you do not have to use the Redis token, but if you're on production, you might want to set up the Redis token so that to make your server secure. And then you have to config the apps dash Redis REST URL. So this allows your front end service to talk to the backend Redis instance. So this is basically the proxy layer for Redis, which is on port 8079. So this is going to let the Node.js application to talk to the backend Redis server, which is on a different port. And then you have to source the environment. Then you have to spin up the proxy, which is on port 8079, and also make sure you do the node docker Redis REST proxy. This will give you the proxy for Redis, as you can see here. So basically, this is gonna spin up on port 8079. So the Redis is on port 6379. So, and then you can run the seeders. So this will seed all the data. So if you look at the seed process, you can see there's a lot of data you can pre-seed to the WorldMonitor. There's one is done and the third one skipped. There's also some ones are not working, but this can give you a pre-filled data so that you can use it on your dashboard. After everything is completed, then you can run a npm run dev or npm run start. So this will give you the dashboard you just saw. And you can see that we already spin up everything. So you can see that this is actually self-hosted version that you just saw. So that's how you install the WorldMonitor locally. This is one way to set this up. You can set this up in a different way, but this should help you if you have problems to set up on your local machine or have issues with the README you're following. So that's it. So hopefully this is helpful. And if you like this video, please subscribe, like, or comment if you have any questions. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, and see you in the next one.